I'm Blair, and I hadn't heard my daughter's voice in 8 months when Vera knocked on my door that Tuesday afternoon. Blair, can we talk? Vera stood on my porch, her arms crossed tight. It's about Celeste. If this is another lecture about giving her space, I don't need it. I started to close the door. Do you even know what your daughter does? Vera's voice cut through the gap. Because I don't think you do. I stopped. What are you talking about? Can I come in? I let her inside. Vera had lived 3 houses down for 12 years. She'd watched Celeste grow up, babysat her twice when she was 14. I saw Celeste at the county clerk's office last week, Vera said. I was there for a property deed thing. She was at the window, asking about death certificates and estate transfers. Estate transfers? She had a folder, Blair, a thick one, and I heard her mention your address. My stomach dropped. That doesn't mean anything. Maybe she's helping someone with paperwork. Then why would she literally run when she saw me? She grabbed her folder and left through the side entrance. I sat down. 8 months ago, Celeste had sent me an email, not even a phone call. An email that said I was toxic, controlling, and she needed to cut contact for her mental health. She blocked my number, my social media, everything. I tried to understand, I said. I went to therapy. I asked myself if I'd done something wrong. Blair, Vera leaned forward. Your daughter works at Prestige Home Staging. I looked it up after I saw her. They clear out homes for sale. She has access to empty properties. So? So why does she need to know about transferring your estate? The question hung between us like smoke. You think she's... I couldn't finish. I think you need to find out what she's actually doing, because something's not right. After Vera left, I sat with my laptop. I hadn't looked at Celeste's social media in months. It hurt too much. But now I opened Instagram with a burner account I'd made for my book club. Celeste's feed was full of her with someone I didn't recognize. Tall guy, probably late 20s. Slicked hair, expensive watch. His name was Rashad, according to the tags. In every photo, his arm was around her. The captions were strange. Finally free from toxic people. Building my future with someone who actually supports me. Some family isn't worth keeping. Comments flooded every post. Friends I'd known since Celeste was little, all agreeing with her. You deserve better, Celeste. So proud of you for cutting out negativity. But one comment from someone named Mariah stood out. Call me. We need to talk about what you told me. I screenshotted it. That night, I drove past my old law office. I'd retired 2 years ago after 30 years as an estate attorney. My former partner, Gwen, was locking up. Blair, what are you doing here? I need your opinion on something, hypothetically. We sat in her car. I explained everything. The estrangement, Vera's observation, the social media posts. If someone wanted to fraudulently transfer property, I said, what would they need? Gwen's expression darkened. Death certificate, forged power of attorney, a complicit notary? It's not common, but it happens. How would you catch it? You'd need to see their documentation before they file it. Once it's filed and processed, reversing it is a nightmare. You'd need proof of fraud, and even then, it takes months. Exactly. I drove home feeling sick. When I pulled into my driveway, I noticed something. The lockbox on my front door. The one I'd installed last year for my cleaning service. The code had been changed. I tried my usual combination. Nothing. I tried Celeste's birthday. It opened. Inside my house, nothing looked disturbed, but I checked my home office anyway. The filing cabinet where I kept my important documents, birth certificate, deed, insurance policies, was unlocked. I always kept it locked. I called a locksmith at 7 the next morning. Change every lock in the house and install cameras. Front door, back door, driveway. Got it. We can come this afternoon. Then I called my bank. This is Blair Hendricks. I need to freeze any large transactions on my accounts and require in-person verification for everything. Is there a security concern? There might be. Has anyone tried to access my accounts recently? Let me check. No attempts from unknown devices. I'm setting those restrictions now. Next, I called the county clerk's office. Hi, this is Blair Hendricks. Can you tell me if anyone's requested documents related to my property at 847 Riverside Drive? 10 minutes later, they called back. Ms. Hendricks, someone did request copies of your deed 3 weeks ago. They claim to be processing an estate settlement. Did they give a name? Celeste Hendricks. She showed ID. My hands shook as I hung up. By evening, the locksmith had finished. I watched the camera feeds on my phone when headlights pulled into my driveway. Celeste got out and tried her old key. It didn't work. My phone rang. Unknown number. Hello? Mom, why did you change the locks? Celeste's voice was sharp. Why were you trying to get in? I left some things here. I need to pick them up. You blocked me 8 months ago. Why come here now? Silence. Celeste, why were you at the county clerk's office asking about my estate? I don't know what you're talking about. Vera saw you, and I called them. They confirmed it. I was helping a client. It's part of my job. Your job is homestaging. Why would that require my deed? You're being paranoid. Am I? Because my filing cabinet was unlocked, and someone changed the code on my lockbox to your birthday. You're making a huge mistake. No, I think I'm finally seeing clearly. She hung up. Through the camera, I watched her stand there before driving away. The next morning, Mariah called, the one who'd commented on Celeste's Instagram. Is this Blair Hendricks? I'm Mariah Chen. I was Celeste's roommate until 2 months ago. I need to talk to you about Rashad. Who? Her boyfriend. Can we meet somewhere? We met at a coffee shop downtown. Mariah kept checking the door. Celeste is planning something. Rashad's been coaching her. Coaching her for what? He told her she could inherit early if you died, or if you were declared incompetent. He showed her articles about elder fraud and estate transfers. He kept saying she deserved your house. I paid for her college. I've never controlled her. I know. That's why I left. She started saying horrible things about you. Then Rashad moved in and everything got worse. What kind of things? She talked about forging your signature, about getting a doctor to say you had dementia. Rashad found some notary who'd certified documents without proper verification. Why are you telling me this? Because last week, Celeste asked me to sign something, saying I'd witnessed you acting confused and erratic. She wanted me to backdate it. I refused and moved out that night. Do you have any proof? I recorded one conversation. I was scared. She played it on her phone. Rashad's voice came through clearly. Once we get the death certificate processed, the house transfers automatically. Your mom set up that estate plan years ago, thinking she was protecting you. She made it too easy. Celeste's voice. But what if someone questions it? They won't. People die. Daughters inherit. It happens every day. I felt something break inside me. I need that recording. Mariah sent it to my phone. Then I called Gwen, my former law partner. I have proof. Can you meet me at your office? An hour later, Gwen listened to the recording 3 times. This is attempted fraud, but we need more before we go to police. Right now it's just talk. What do I need? Documents. Proof they actually created something. How do I get that? Set a trap. That evening, I composed an email from a temporary account. I made it look like it came from a fake estate attorney's office. Dear Ms. Hendricks, we're following up on the estate planning consultation you scheduled regarding property transfer at 847 Riverside Drive. Please confirm your appointment for Friday at 2 p.m. to finalize documentation. I sent it to Celeste. She replied within an hour. Yes, I'll be there. Should I bring the documents we discussed? Documents. They already existed. I forwarded everything to Gwen. Friday morning, I rented office space and hired a process server named Tom to pose as a paralegal. Gwen set up a hidden camera. At 1:55 p.m., Celeste arrived with Rashad. She was carrying that folder. Tom greeted them. Ms. Hendricks, please, have a seat. I'll need to review your documentation. Celeste slid the folder across. Inside were forged documents. A death certificate dated 2 weeks from now. A transfer deed with my signature. A notarized affidavit claiming I'd given verbal consent before your sudden passing. Everything's in order, Celeste said. We just need you to file it after it happens. Tom nodded slowly. And when exactly is it happening? Rashad leaned forward. That's not your concern. You file the paperwork when we tell you to. I see. And this notary, Paula Simmons, she verified Ms. Hendricks' signature? Yes, Celeste said quickly. Even though your mother is alive? Celeste froze. Rashad stood up. Who the hell are you? The door opened. I walked in with Gwen and 2 police officers. Celeste's face went white. Mom! Don't call me that. This isn't what it looks like. You forged a death certificate. You planned to declare me dead and steal my house. Rashad said you'd understand eventually. You have so much and I have nothing. You had everything. You had a mother who loved you. Rashad grabbed Celeste's arm. We don't have to explain anything. Let's go. Actually, you do. One of the officers stepped forward. We need you both to come to the station. This is entrapment! Rashad's voice rose. No, Gwen said calmly. You created fraudulent documents and attempted to execute a plan to steal property through false death records. That's a felony. Celeste started crying. Mom, please. I made a mistake. Rashad convinced me. Stop. You made a choice. You chose to cut me out of your life. You chose to believe someone who told you to fake my death. I'm your daughter. My daughter died 8 months ago. I don't know who you are now. The officers led them out. Celeste looked back once. I felt nothing. Mariah had been waiting in the hall. I'm sorry. I know this doesn't fix anything. You saved me. Rashad had everything planned. He even had someone lined up to fake your accident. My legs went weak. What? I heard Rashad on the phone 2 weeks ago, talking about making it look natural. Carbon monoxide, maybe. They weren't just stealing my house. They were planning to kill me. The investigation took 3 months. Rashad had done this before. He'd convinced 2 other women to help him steal from their parents. I pressed charges. The notary, Paula Simmons, lost her license. Celeste took a plea deal. 2 years probation, restitution, mandatory therapy. Rashad got 4 years in prison. When they searched his apartment, they found detailed notes about surveillance on my house, routes I took, times I was home alone. I sold my house. Too many cameras now. Too many memories. I moved to a condo with a doorman. Gwen helped me establish a new estate plan. Everything goes to charity now. Celeste is explicitly excluded. 3 months after sentencing, Celeste sent a letter to my lawyer's office. She wanted to talk. She'd completed therapy and realized Rashad had manipulated her. She wanted forgiveness. I didn't respond. A week later, she showed up at my new building. The doorman called up. There's a Celeste Hendricks here to see you. Tell her I'm not available. She says it's important. She's crying. I'm not available. I watched from my window as she stood on the sidewalk looking up. She stayed there for 20 minutes before leaving. Mariah called me that night. Celeste contacted me. She wanted me to convince you to see her. What did you say? I told her no. I told her what she did wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. Thank you. She's telling everyone you're being cruel, that you won't let her apologize. The people who believe her don't know the truth. The people who know the truth don't believe her. Last week, I ran into Vera at the grocery store. I'm sorry I didn't say something sooner, she said. I suspected something was wrong months before I came to your door. Why didn't you? I didn't want to interfere. I thought maybe it was just family drama. You helped when it mattered. How are you doing? I'm learning to be okay. Have you talked to her at all? No. Do you think you ever will? I thought about the daughter I raised, the girl who used to call me every Sunday, the woman who forged my death certificate. I don't know. Maybe someday. But right now she needs to live with what she did. And I need to live without wondering if the person I love most is planning to kill me. Now I go to therapy twice a month. I volunteer at a legal aid clinic helping elderly people protect themselves from family fraud. Children who feel entitled to inheritances they haven't earned yet. Spouses who forge documents. Siblings who manipulate their parents' final years. I tell them my story. I show them the warning signs. Last month, a woman came to the clinic. Her son had asked her to sign power of attorney papers. She felt uncomfortable but didn't know why. I thought I was being paranoid, she said. I thought I was a terrible mother for doubting him. You're protecting yourself. That's not terrible. That's survival. Sometimes I wonder what Celeste is doing now. If she's actually changed or if she's just sorry she got caught. But mostly I try not to wonder. I try to live my new life. Smaller, quieter, safer. This morning my lawyer called. Celeste completed her probation. She's legally free now. She could contact you directly, Gwen warned. The protection order expired. I know. What will you do if she shows up? I looked out my window at the city moving below. I'll do what I've been doing. I'll survive. And that's where I am now. Surviving. Learning to trust again. Learning to live with the fact that the person I loved most tried to erase me for a house and some money. If you found proof that someone you loved, really loved, had planned your death, could you ever look at them the same way again, even if they swore they'd changed?